G'day guys, how you going? My name's Aura Party. I'm doing well today and I hope you are too. I just wanted to make a quick video today just talking about the potential possibility of the Burning Crusade CLASSIC coming through. So I'm sure a lot of people heard, and I know I'm a bit behind the 8 ball, but I wanted to have a chat about it. So we're talking about, of course, a few people got invited to a survey from Blizzard talking about how they would most like the implementation of TB servers, whether they roll on from Classic or they start fresh, a lot of different things, but only a certain handful of people got them. But even though this is a tiny little scaring of information, it has spun the World of Warcraft community into somewhat of a frenzy about this. So at a quick glance, basically, so the options are to transfer your 60s over to another server that will stay on the Classic journey, start a brand new character from level 58 on a Burning Crusade server, start a brand new character from level 1 on the Burning Crusade server, and then continue playing the current Classic character on the existing that will never progress and will always be the same. But with the option to then transfer it through to a Burning Crusade to make it as if like it was the real deal, and that is the expansion going through, but on a new server. So with all that said and done, of course I have to tell you my personal opinion or my preference, which would be to start everyone on a fresh TBC server. Now the reason for this is a little selfish, because I will most likely be leveling a Paladin, however on the Horde side, so it'll be a Blood Elf. And naturally I don't want to be behind everyone else who's been going straight into the Outlands in day one. Feeling left behind isn't a great feeling. Another attractive option that I'd consider is actually one that Stay Safe TV has suggested. He has said to release the Draenei and Blood Elf areas in these so that these characters could level up for about say 3 weeks, and then once that time has passed, that everyone will go through the portal together, so no one misses out on anything. So if you want to watch that full video, I'll chuck a link to Stay Safe's video up top there. Now obviously going into a Classic TBC, if it ever does happen, there will be a lot of contention coming from all sources. There'll be the old guard who want to play Classic WoW until they die, there'll be the TBC players who really want to play TBC, and there'll still be the loud voice, of course, probably of the current retail players who say that they don't want any of it to happen, not that it ever affects them. Now, of course, I've got to put my 2 cents in there and speculate as to when the possible release of TBC would be, if it ever happened, that is. So, taking into account that Classic right now has still not even gone through a full cycle. We've only just had ZG release, we still haven't had Naxxramas, and I mean, if you look at the time from the pre-patch to when, or for TBC came out, it was quite a long time. So it's still a lot of time there. We've got Shadowlands coming out for Blizzard. I know that they're separate teams, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the world too, with the COVID-19 issue. Everyone's working from home, which really kind of hamstrings production and the way in which they work, or they would normally produce their work. But I mean, if it came in say 2020, that would be fantastic. I think that'd be really exciting, and I think that would still be quite soon, considering, unless they've been working away at this for quite some time and it's almost ready to go, which would be even better. Now, keeping all this in mind, I'm still super excited. The Burning Crusade is for many players their glory days. This is the time that the classes and specs who were shunned in vanilla, who weren't viable, became somewhat viable in some cases, or rather Blizzard gave weaker specs the attention and tender-loving care that they needed to be noticed, even if they were still not the strong picks. However, today I'm not going to go into the complexities of the class changes and the specs moving from Classic to TBC. That's a whole nother kettle of fish for another time. But thank you very much for sticking around with me, and I'd love your feedback on how you think the videos are going. And what are your thoughts about the potentiality for a Burning Crusade? And what's your preference for the game and how it would launch? So sound off in the comments as per usual. Remember to like and subscribe for upcoming content. Remember to catch me live streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/auraparty. I'll try and stream there as much as I can. But thank you so much for sticking around, watching the video. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and have a lovely day.